Hey, what's up, Kudos crew? It's Elizabeth Morosco with Kudos Magazine. I hope you are having a beautiful Saturday. Today I am at the 12th annual Flint Institute of Arts First Frost. So it's been an amazing day. We're almost wrapping up our first day here. The traffic has been unbelievable. Tons of people coming through, even with the rain. But it's amazing to see all these different artists that are here, showcasing some of the finest, from glass to ceramics to paintings, jewelry, clothing, and just so much more. It's been pretty unbelievable. If you didn't have a chance to come out today, I encourage you to grab your kids and come out tomorrow. This is a great way to kick off the holidays and get a jump start on some of your Christmas and holiday shopping. So today I'm gonna take a stroll through and give you guys a chance to see some of the stuff that's going on here at Flint Institute of Arts. And I want to introduce you to three amazing artists, all different platforms of mediums that they're working with. Yeah, and this is Sheila and crew. They are the culprits of making all this stuff happen. Now, why First Frost is important is proceeds from this event go to fund programs that are at Flint Institute of Arts. And it's pretty amazing, some of the programs they have for adults and kids. And I feel very grateful to be a part of it. But I'm going to go over here and I want to introduce you to some really amazing people and talent base. For starters, let's see. Here's a lady. This was kind of cool. There's a friend of mine in Flint who has been collecting some of this artwork, and I've been to her house multiple times. And as soon as I saw some of her pieces, I was like, I know who you are by your art. I had never even met her before. But we'll take a quick stroll, and but I want to introduce you to, hey, can you tell these wonderful Facebook people who you are? Tell us about you.
I'm Sue Bolt.
Hi, Sue Bolt.
I live in Charlevoix, Michigan, but I've had a long relationship with the Flint art community since 1950.
1950,
yes.
No kidding. Oh my
and
goodness.
I saw them build this building here and add on to it. And it's one of the best smaller art museums in the state. It's the second largest one in the state of Michigan. And you guys in Flint should be so proud of yourselves.
It is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
it is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And especially with events like this, it gives us a chance to really look at, artists a little bit up close and personal, get a chance to meet you, which, I mean, that was phenomenal. I've seen your artwork at my girlfriend's house, and then lo and behold, I pop up and I recognized your art before I even met you today. But earlier we had a chance, and you were sharing a story about the artwork that was inspired by your mother-in-law. And this is one of the things that's really cool about art, are the storytelling that goes into it. And do you mind telling everybody, Sharon, the story about this piece that you were sharing with me earlier?
Sure.
Let me go over this way.
I've always done a lot of angels, and this is an angel with morning glories. And when I was first married, my mother-in-law, who was very ill, shared her morning glory seeds with me because I always loved them. They were so beautiful. And I would plant them, and she died pretty soon after that. And so every year I would plant the seeds in the spring and love the flowers and think of her.
It's
and
beautiful.
then I'd find, gather some seeds in and replant them the next year. And I kept that going for quite a few years.
And you still have that going today. Yeah. And what a beautiful way to honor somebody with that. Oh, it's unbelievable. So, yeah, angels are all around, and I'll tell you.
One is a daughter that was born a couple of weeks after my mother-in-law died. So.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. That was the daughter that I met just earlier.
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
And she's my best friend in the whole world.
Oh, I could tell. Yeah, those two were chumming out. They were acting like they weren't working at the art gallery. They were slacking about to dance on the tables. I guess that's what happens when you're surrounded by art and things that you love, right?
Right.
Anyhow, so, well, thank you for sharing that story with us. I'm going to go take a visit over to Tom and to Sally and get some more good stuff. But
and I've met a lot of artist friends here.
You have?
Yeah, and I have a lot of people that supported us, and we became friends.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. And you won't believe this, ladies and gentlemen. You said you're how old and still doing this?
I'm 85.
85.
Yeah.
So it's a
Like
testimony.
Sally. But I think she may be a couple years younger than I am.
Oh, look at that graceful. You're graceful right there. You're like, she's younger. Look at that. It's beautiful. Real personality there. So, but 85 years old and still thriving. And so what would you say to anybody that's a senior that never has done arts before?
Keep on dancing.
Keep on dancing. All right. Just not on the table, right?
Right.
It was nice chatting with you.
Nice with you.
All right. We'll see you again soon. So, Tom is another gentleman I want to introduce you to. He's just wrapping up a sale with a client. But Tom has been doing blown glass for several years. He is total inspiration. Another story that was really cool is this is somebody that didn't even get into practicing this art until he was in his, I think, late 50s, maybe 55. So it's never too late to either find your craft that you're passionate about or just get involved and come down to events like this and, fill your home and life with some art. So, so this is my new friend, Tom. I want to introduce you to. Say hi, Tom.
Hi there.
He's scared of me. He's going to go. It looks like we're so, far apart on the screen, but I'm like right up on top of you. Hi, Tom.
Hi there.
So I just met Tom this morning, and you were sharing a little bit about some of your artwork. Can you tell us a little bit, like show me one of your favorite pieces that you have here?
One of my favorite pieces will be this one. This is remnants.
Let's hold on one second. I'm not quite getting it. I'm going to flip this camera around. Hold on one second. Okay, go ahead.
When I was in my 20s, I started buying antique art glass.
Uh-huh.
And my desire was to start blowing glass like they did in the 1900s. And this is the closest I've gotten to making something like that. And
it's beautiful.
It's all hand blown, all one of a kind.
So what made you said that you started doing this when you were, 55?
Well, I started collecting antique art glass in my 20s.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't start blowing glass till I was 55. And this is what I've come up with.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I guess it's another testimony. It's never too late to follow your passion and do the things that you love. So, but yeah, this is absolutely breathtaking. I don't know if the video is going to do justice for these pieces. Like on the background of this, is this canvas? Is the canvas glass too?
No, the canvas is a regular stretch canvas. I painted it. I laid my broken bases on there. These flowers.
Those are broken bases?
These flowers are broken bases.
Oh my gosh, it's genius.
And then it's covered with art resin. And it's preserved forever now.
So what did they do on the back of that canvas to give that shine? Is it like a polyurethane, or what did they use?
It's an art resin. It's called
art resin.
It's called art resin.
Okay.
And it doesn't yellow after years. These have been out in bright sunlight. It doesn't change them.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely beautiful.
And I love color, so this gives me a chance to.
You love color? Yeah, I can't tell by your booth.
Bright color.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite place to show glass. The Flint Institute of Arts. They treat me so nice. Mm-hmm. Everybody is so nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have an amazing booth, and I mean, it's actually when you walk into Flint Institute of Arts, it's the first booth on the right.
I feel so lucky.
Well, I think part of it is because what you're showcasing here, it's art and it's beautiful, and it's it's actually really reasonably priced. But the quality that I'm seeing is it's unbelievable. Yeah. So kudos to you, Tom. You've got a natural gift. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, well, thank you for taking the time to show us a little bit about your artwork, and you're always a great contributor to First Frost, and we're really grateful for you being here. So,
thank you.
All right. Well, it was good to see you, and I'm going to go introduce you guys to one more person, one more artist, and I'll talk to you later, Tom. Thank you. Let's see if she's back yet. She is. This is another lovely lady that I just met today named Sally. And Sally has some really unique artwork with some very cool stories behind it. So with no further ado, let me introduce you to this feisty, furrier woman who's got all kinds of, you've got a little spunk to you. But yeah, it makes life good. So we were talking a little bit earlier on a couple of things, and you have an interesting story. You were first a nurse turned artist, and then lo and behold, you ended up finding your artwork at
Hurley. Just recently.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes, it is. Well,
so she's going full circle.
Yep, I've had my grandson over there for some treatments, and I was like, oh, they've got my work here. And I knew many years ago they purchased this, but I didn't think it would still be there.
Right.
And I was so thrilled to see that it was still there.
Right. Yeah, that is beautiful, especially when you can share some positiveness with people while they're in the hospital. That had to feel really good. And how cool it had to be while you were there needing that positive vibe, then your art's reflecting back at you. How cool is that? I love it.
I went and got a couple of nurses and said, come here, you got to see this. That
is wonderful. Yeah. So now your art that you have in your booth this year, it's it definitely has a unique approach to it. And somebody was sharing that part of it's like with your Native American roots, that it's part of the inspiration. But I thought maybe Sally could show us one of your favorite pieces that you have in your booth today. And maybe I think it's like asking somebody to pick your favorite child. Exactly. You're like, I can't pick. I like them all, and I do too. It's really fun. And it's a little bit different. But yeah, tell us some of your. Let's flip it around, and then have Sally take it away.
Well, one thing I'm very pleased to tell people about, and pleased to have been part of helping with, is anti-human trafficking. Okay, my sister and I did exhibitions, installations for about 2 years in galleries in Michigan, and we did it also in New York. And this is a little piece left from the exhibitions. It's called Stranded. It's about, I met this person who was stranded in Texas, and we met many people who were either homeless or perhaps had been pulled into human trafficking. So perhaps we have helped, and that's a good feeling to know we might have helped in that area, and that's from this. This is Native American beadwork, the style of Native American beadwork, where bead.
Do you mind if I zoom in close on this?
It's fine.
I just want to show the viewers just how impeccable. I don't even think that the camera is going to be able to show it because I got a little reflection of the light on here, but the beading is just impeccable.
Every bead or every other bead is sewn down.
Wow.
And it takes a month
to do that piece.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yes.
I can see why. These beads are like the size of a pin.
Yeah,
like a pinhead.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like the smallest beads I can get because I can get better detail.
Oh, yeah.
It's the tiny beads. Proud of, what else am I very proud of? Well, right now, a lot of my work is beadwork because I like to sit down now that I'm almost 80. I like to sit down and work.
80 and still going. How are your hands?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And my eyes need glasses, but that's okay.
Well, I need glasses and I'm 45, so you're good. You're good. Keep owning it, girl.
So, I love nature.
This is beautiful. So what are these?
These are pouches that can be worn for necklaces.
Okay.
And I thought people might be interested in knowing how artists arrive at what they want to make. And I've had a love affair with my morning glories this year, and I go out and count them, and I'm not counting now because they're all full.
Right.
And I counted them and looked at them and compared them from morning, the color in the morning to the color in the evening. So I photographed them for the customer, and then I do little sketches of how I might like to have the design be after I look at them. And then I follow my sketches.
Look at that, Sally. Yeah. So it's from there, from the photo, to a sketching, to then you actually do it. Spectacular.
Yeah. So
it's unbelievable. I love it.
Something for a person, particularly a woman, I would say. You can put money in them.
Right.
Bad money. That's where I have my sales for the day.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So nobody come to her booth and take her pocket. Please, please.
Right.
So I have to, I know that we were just going to talk about two pieces, but I have a natural curiosity on what is this little guy about with his glasses. And I think I'm identifying with him because we were just talking about glasses.
Well, these bunnies, artists identify with themselves even though you're not trying to.
Right.
And so I do have Chippewa heritage. I'm not a tribal member, but I do have Chippewa heritage, and my mother impressed on me our culture. So this is, when I go to a powwow, people from all over are invited to dance. Everyone is welcome, intertribal, everyone is welcome. So I'm thinking, oh, the grandmother is there, and she even has the little figures. Everyone is welcome, and so she loves these little figures, so she has the figures of it. And then, of course, the grandma with her glasses, you know.
Right.
And then a little bit fogged up. But that's what I was thinking of at that time. When I first started making them, though, Native people have a lot of stories that they used to tell in the winter when it was cold and not other things to do. And they're not really, traditionally, they're not told in the summer. So I would just say to you that there are stories about rabbits, and they're teaching stories on child level and adult level. This one was something to do with rabbits doing something that wasn't quite right. Okay, we'll put it that way, because I don't want to tell the whole story because it's not snowing. But the creator saw what was happening, and creator said, oh, I always forget to tell you in the beginning, these rabbits had really long ears back then. And the creator saw what was going on, and the creator said, no more long ears for you. Snipped him off. So that's why rabbits don't have big long ears. That's part of the story. So I haven't told the whole story, so I feel comfortable.
So we might have to come back when it's snowing to hear the rest. I would love that. I would love that. So I have to tell you, this is the first time that we've met. In fact, well, second time technically today. But she's filled with so much good storytelling. I could actually hang out with you all afternoon. You got a blanket under here. Maybe I'll sleep here for tonight. So you have unbelievable. So thank you for sharing that. And I'd love to have you back on again. It's just a ton of wisdom here, and we appreciate you sharing that with our viewers.
I really appreciate you letting me tell people about my work.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, look at all this love going back and forth. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it sure is. We need lots of it.
We do. We do need more of that in the world. And I found it interesting that you had your inspiration from the morning glories. And I was just talking with Susan, and I think that one of her pieces was inspired by pansies.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. So really with art, you know, there's inspiration everywhere. You don't always have to go to an art gallery. Just go stand outside, walk around, stand in the air, take it in.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, and don't go find the bunny with the big ears. Anyhow, well, it was really nice to meet you, and maybe we'll see you again next year. So thank you so much, Sally. Have a good day. So that's all that we have for today at First Frost. So I just want to thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I'd love to encourage you to do that. We can be found on Facebook at Cup of Kudos, and then also on YouTube. We have a channel called Cup of Kudos, so make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button on YouTube. So thank you again, and make it a great day. Bye.